Everybody, welcome back. It's Business, and I'm doing the overview, maybe long-awaited, I'm not really sure, long-awaited overview of the North Carolina Tier 8 U.S. Battleship, and it's a good-looking ship, and this is a skin by Tans. You're gonna have some conflicting stuff you have to do pretty much this whole install on it, where you'll have those black secondary turrets with other ships and so on and so forth. The process is unfortunately it means that a lot of the stuff is shared between ships, and it kind of screws things up when the other ships don't have the same skin. So just for the purpose of this video, I'm doing a rust-free skin from AwoLFreedom, and you'll see that in a moment, and then this sweet pattern from Tans. Yeah, so taking a look at the statistics here, the first hull, you could see the differences here compared to the second hull, and now going back to that you get a bit of a boost with your AA defense, your health. The first thing I suggest is going with the engine to capitalize on the real strengths of the ship, which is certainly its maneuverability. It's a very impressive ship in that respect. You're coming from the Colorado, the New Mexico, the New York. This is a fast battleship, and it's a huge relief being able to play that. The turret time, with again the captain skill is certainly not bad. It does have really solid damage on the AP and the HE shells, really. When you some ships, in my opinion, they seem to do better with HE than others. This is one of those ships that it packs a huge hit with HE shells, so if you get in a situation where you got to take out a destroyer, you're going to have a good chance of doing that with a volley, or if you're up against like an enemy battleship or cruisers or something, and you're not able to damage them, or like they're running away and you don't have a chance to penetrate them with AP, then switch to HE and force them to turn, because you will. You're going to set them on fire pretty quickly with that. But yeah, it does have a respectable assortment of stats here all over the place, really. You get the nice step up with AA, and that's a huge plus. This actually still holds the most plane shot down for me in OBT with 51, which I did. I think it was back-to-back matches actually, when 4.1 was launched. So taking a look at the upgrades here, and I do go with the extra AA range. I don't trust cruisers to help me out anymore. So I am pretty much equipping that on everything that I can. Definitely go with the main battery mod 1 upgrade to reduce the chance of detonation. You could do the range upgrade on this. I don't think it's a bad thing. The secondaries, I wouldn't do that. And the turret traverse, I really just don't think that's worth it. Even combined with the captain skill traverse to balance it out, I think it just goes up too much. Of course, the rudder shift, definitely use that with every damn ship. They just haven't made the other options attractive enough to take me away from using rudder shift. And if the other one was like 15% more speed, something like that, I definitely consider it. I'm 50 plus games into the Iowa, and I still haven't purchased that last slot there for the upgrades. 2 million credits for some stupid crap, it seems like a waste. So, but let's move on to some gameplay and show you why I'm apparently rather alone in my opinion with this ship. It's a good ship, don't get me wrong, it's a good ship, but I think people let the experience with the Colorado hype this one up too much. I just don't like it, and it can definitely do a job well. And if anything, to me, it plays more like a really heavy cruiser than it does a battleship. And I don't think it holds a candle to the Amagi, the New Mexico. I just don't think it's that great at all. I just don't like these cannons, and that's what it comes down to. There's a particular type of lob to its shell that just, ooh, it gets under my skin. Because I came to the same conclusion in closed beta as well. I think I had like 60, 70 matches or something like that with the North Carolina, and it just didn't feel right. And especially playing the Amagi, and then afterwards playing the Montana, the Iowa, this ship just felt like it was missing something entirely, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but it's definitely, to me, it's the trajectory and the dispersion of the cannons. They just, I really don't think this is all that different from the Colorado, and it's not as wild as the Colorado in terms of that dispersion, but it's noticeably awful in almost every situation, to a point. Like, I swear to God, there's like once you fire like 20 salvos in the match or something, it's like Wargaming has some written code that's like, yeah, you can go ahead and start hitting stuff now. I'm like, okay. So I don't shy away from shooting with this with this particular ship at all. And I do like the maneuverability quite a bit. You'll see me juking and jiving here. I actually was able to time it really well with this enemy North Carolina that was shooting me over the middle here. I think it's this one here. And I think get a pretty good salvo here. And I fire. I know he's maybe 8 seconds from reload, so I'm starting to pull that rudder back to starboard and get me pointing that way. Yeah, some good damage there. Sweet. And yeah, I'm just trying to pull off to the right, make sure that whatever is coming in at me from him, which I know I'm his target right now, is gonna hopefully bounce, or maybe miss altogether. So fire again, and there should be shells coming in. Yep, right there. So I'm having that guy guess wildly as to where my next location will be, and I took a lot more damage off than I thought I did. So those 5 other hits along with the Citadel, there were a few penetrations in there, and going up against enemy North Carolinas, it's a pretty different experience than if you're in an Iowa going up against another Iowa. I honestly don't like that matchup. It's a pain in the ass. Just, again, the way it's played. And by the way, that's actually one of the trickier shots there, when somebody's kind of sort of drifting forward like that at a long range. But I'm surprised that I managed to take off about 9,000 damage there. So that was pretty good. But as far as the North Carolina is concerned, against similar vessels, it's the armor angling does come into play quite a bit. I think this is a ship that you should be really aggressive in, not as much as, say, the Iowa. And I know a lot of people are like, they don't want to be aggressive with their battleships. They need to protect their health pool, blah blah blah. Screw that crap. You're meant to go in and take a few hits and dish it back out. And I personally love that type of game style, play style, and I am aggressive. So you'll see that here in a moment. But this match actually inspired me to do a new video series as well, which I'll be rolling out in a couple days. It's a really short one, but I just want to highlight some of the actions here of other players. And so as you can see in this particular match, there's a lot of posturing, back and forth. Everybody's kind of drifting over towards the A side here, because I always forget if this is, I think this is west, but I can't see in the preview window, so forgive me. But we have our destroyers trying to, work out some some ground here to keep pushing the battleships away, and I did make a mistake here. Of course, I was caught in a turn. I wasn't thinking ahead to that Amagi, his target priority. So now I'm uselessly turning back to port. Like I'm going to be able to deflect his shot coming in at me right now, but it does set up pretty well here. But yeah, the Amagi there, luckily he didn't do more damage. That could have been a really bad moment, but I think the Amagi compares favorably to the North Carolina. I do have a bit of bias. I just, in my hands, it seems to work better than the North Carolina does. And the Amagi doesn't have great armor, and really, I wouldn't say the North Carolina does. It's not like an easy target. It's not like a broadside cruiser or something, like, no matter what angle. But it is wide, and you can damage these turrets so easily because of that. Same with the Iowa. It's very easy to lob the shells right into those front turrets and disable them. And even as a cruiser, if you're just firing HE, if you're aiming at those turrets, you're going to knock them out or disable them and force them to use repair, or oh my god, if you turn if you can get rid of those two front turrets or even one of them, it screws them up so bad. And unfortunately with the Iowa, that's actually, that's just a way of life. You have to get used to losing one of your front turrets, because typically you're going to be angled on towards your opponent. And you'll see that in this sequence, through to the end of this match, it does work well with the North Carolina. And there's a little trick up my sleeve with a player named Valhara. He's in a Hatsuharu in this match, and man, what he does is just awesome. So just trying to push these guys away and chase after him, try to make them make mistakes here. Yeah, dude just got nuked. So I'm pretty sure he was at full health there as that salvo was coming in, but trying to get these guys, because they are pretty far south, so either they're going to continue going south or they're going to have to cut up to the north, and that means showing me the broadside. If they're running away and we're pushing towards their base and they continue to run away, I don't have a problem with that, because that means they're going to be forced into action when I get onto their base. We just lost a destroyer right there, and trying to keep myself at a sharp angle here. I can't get my rear turret around safely, so just gonna straighten out a little bit and try to continue to push forward. And I'm waiting for somebody on my team to help me out here, and this little destroyer is my best bet apparently. But if you look at the mini map, I know there's a Mogami up there, and that's always a huge threat, but there's just one other cruiser, and the majority of our team is going after them instead of being aggressive, or actually even paying the slightest bit of attention and pushing south, either through the 8-line gap or the gap in the center there on the 5/6 line. And I hate that crap. Obviously this is the area that's going to decide the match, not up there. 3 ships, 4 ships maybe, but it's just not, it's people not paying attention. And initially I thought they were going to push south, and that's why I came to a stop here, and like for the last moment. And look at that. One, way to go, Valhara. You were awesome there. I appreciate that, because clearly I couldn't damage that damn ship, even though he was giving me a side. These particular cannons, I personally have a hell of a hard time trying to penetrate a Colorado with them. Even when I have, a a good salvo, for any other ship, a good salvo. For the North Carolina, it just doesn't seem to work. And yeah, it's just one of those things that really irked the hell out of me with this ship. When I should be doing damage, I wasn't. And then randomly, it would just start, getting citadels and things like that. And I swear to God, in my opinion, like, this is the least consistent battleship there is, that I've played. And see these torpedoes coming up? So, another just awesome moment here from this guy. He he must have had like wire guided torpedoes or something, because the way he was predicting the movements here and everything was just really impressive. Boom. And good night. Fantastic. So while these battleships have been distracted by me, they've been opening themselves up to his torpedoes. So that's a fantastic combination. You don't often get this particular dynamic where, a battleship and a destroyer are working together, but I think this is great. I wish I would have this happen more often. But so this particular match is winding down, and I don't have much else to show you with this ship. All my clutch matches, the 5 kill, 160,000 damage matches that I've had with this, I don't have them anymore, and I didn't get the chance to record them. So, and again, that damn spread. Ugh. Even watching this, like, days later after I played this match, I'm like, oh god, this is so bad. But I'm in an awkward position here, and I've got the North Carolina off to my left that is, he's trying to figure out what the hell to do since he beached himself. And, ooh, that could have been so much worse. But I got him with 6 penetrations there, so a good salvo. And I still have my rear turret coming up. Just need to get that on him right there. And what do you know? Hardly any damage at all. Ugh. So secondary's doing some work there. Torpedoes are coming in. And look at this. Amazing. Just amazing. So I broke off from him knowing that the torpedoes were there, and knowing that I couldn't expose myself to this particular North Carolina any further without definitely going off and dying. So it was one of those things of trust that you don't know if it's going to work. You just have to do it in a particular way, and it worked out. But get this last salvo off here. Ended up doing about 150,000 damage, I think, in this match. So nice finish there. But anyways, so the North Carolina, it's definitely one of those particular ships that, because it comes after something nobody likes, everybody thinks very, very highly of it. And it's, I think, a bit of a misplaced level of adoration. It is a good ship. It is not a great ship. The Iowa is a great ship, and you'll see that when you get to it. But until then, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you back here next time. Take care.